So 14 trailer with the desktop audio working. Let's watch that. Okay, good, it's working.
Both the source and the reflections are home to irreplaceable life. I would protect them all if I could. But if doing so means ushering in complete annihilation, then what can we possibly do?
Okay, this is a little less important to my theories. This is just Beastmaster, which I'm excited to unlock. And of course, this.
To life. It holds no grudges, and neither rages nor weeps for being sundered.
Ah, Shantoto!
Cause but to cower before my true power.
Mayhap the time has come for another journey across the salt.
No amount of devastation and death can compel it to stop the wheels of creation from turning. So many seeds of life have already been lost. Countless perish as nature runs its course. Yet in spite of this, people continue to believe that the morrow will come. But it will not. For nothing lies beyond the solstice. And no one will be left alive. No one.
Okay. Okay. Oh, there's so much going on. Oh, the gears are turning, and I just have... And then we have Kafka.
Did you think you'd won? Guess I'll have to spice things up.
Sounding very much like the Joker. Anyway, so let's go back. This part? I guess this works. Okay, so let me just move myself up here. Whoa, nope. Okay, so theories I've been having for a little bit now. They're probably entirely wrong, but I have them nonetheless. We need to go back to what we know. What we know from the story is final days happened because man with depression gave his creation depression and she became a nihilist, right? And she decided that every bit of life must die, and that included the star that everyone was already currently living on, or at least the star that we inhabit. And of course the ancients didn't know that was happening. They created Zodiark to basically be a bandage to all of that, right? And they were sacrificing life to keep Zodiark powered, to continue to keep that bandage running. And of course, Vana and her crew didn't like this, so they created Hydaelyn. Hydaelyn shattered the world and imprisoned Zodiark. Now here's the thing. Think about Zodiark and Hydaelyn as like, obviously they're opposing forces. Think of them like a magnet. Zodiark is positive, Hydaelyn is negative. The star itself is also negative polarity. So, Zodiark imprisoned, Hydaelyn is acting as a since I said she's a magnet, she's repelling all the reflections, right? Keeping them from coming back together. What happens when that force is taken away? I mean, sure, Zodiark is gone, but the star wants to be whole. So what happens when you take away the force that's keeping those pieces apart? They want to do what is natural. They want to come back together. I think that's what Halmarut, the Winterers, and the whole solstice thing is. I think they're trying to speed up what is already naturally happening. I think the star is trying to come back together. They're trying to speed it up because that's how things are supposed to be. But unfortunately, that's going to basically kill off everything when it happens. And I don't know if that means things will have to start anew, because she does say that line about life. What was it? Let me see if I can find it. Where was it? It was somewhere back here.
The star is tolerant to life. It holds no grudges, and neither rages nor weeps for being sundered.
Okay, I don't get the... Anyway, the first bit there. The star is tolerant to life. So it seems like maybe life would start again after the solstice, but everyone who is currently living would not continue to live to see it, right? So yeah, the theory I've had since probably the end of Endwalker is without Hydaelyn, the star wants to come back together. It wants to be whole because that is what it knew. That is what it knows. That's what it wants to be. And without Hydaelyn to stop it, it's going to continue to try and do so, perhaps much slower than anyone would realize, but with Halmarut and these Winterers, whoever they are, I assume other Ascians that we haven't seen that aren't part of the 12, which doesn't make a lot of sense because whatever, anyway. I think they're working towards making that happen. And our story is going to continue to have Ascians for a while yet because we've got to stop. Anyway, we're just going back to square one, I guess. I don't know where we're going with the next X-Pack because obviously we have had literally no setup. And this trailer for the next patch just did whatever setup is going to be is probably going to be like the last 5 minutes of the patch from the looks of things, because it looks like we're going back to the 9th, not the 9th, but the 13th, and perhaps helping facilitate life there using the key and Azum's crystal somehow. Which brings me to Azum. Sorry, this is very rambly. I didn't script it, it's just ideas I've had floating around. I think Azum has the ability, or had the ability, to see the future to an extent. Or they're a time traveler. One or the other. Like, the one theory is that the Warrior Light somehow becomes whole and travels back to the past and maybe tries to fix whatever goes horribly wrong, and we are kind of in a time loop. But because Azum has created the key and we have their abilities, we are now like maybe breaking that time loop. Or maybe they're not even in a time loop, they just went back to the past and created the key to fix whatever's going to happen in the future and prevent, you know, this solstice from happening or whatever. But it does seem like that through Azum's abilities, we can bring life back to these dead shards and maybe fix whatever's going to happen. But we don't know what's going to happen because obviously we're not there yet. But anyway, okay, that's enough rambling. Anyway, I'm gonna, this gets to Tomodachi Life, yeah? Tomodachi Life?